What is going on, guys? It's Jamie. Welcome to the channel Thrift on Fire. Today we're going to be doing tie-dye for beginners, and this is what we're going to be using. So we picked up this tie-dye kit from Goodwill for just $5, and these are just the pre-made dyes. We have a whole bunch of different colors. We have some instructions, which we'll probably loosely follow. Some gloves, rubber bands, things we'll be dyeing. We have this cute little kitten shirt, Deftones shirt, some face masks here, and then one other t-shirt here on the table, ready to go. So this is the shirt we're gonna be starting with. We're gonna do a tight swirl and then use elastic bands to basically band it all together and make it into little sections like quarters. As you can see, we've covered the kitchen table with just garbage bags and taped them down just to protect everything. All right, let's get started. Design one.
So one of the really awesome things about tie-dye is you can take an old shirt that has some life in it and maybe was going to head to the dumpster or just get used as a rag. So this was a Goodwill find that I picked up, and as you can see, there's a bit of staining on it. It, you know, maybe has seen one of its last days as a white shirt, but it's a really awesome way to bring some life into something old that you may have loved at one point. So that's really cool about that. So with this technique on this guy, we're going to do what's called a bullseye. And so what I'm going to do is just grab in the middle and I'm going to pull up towards me to create this cone shape. And then we'll put elastics on it from there. Number 2, done.
Okay, so this is technique 3. It's called the spider twirl. And I'll let Amanda demonstrate here. Folding it over in half.
Make sure that it's pretty smooth.
Okay, so on the fourth design, we're basically going to be making little knots or rings and then bunching them up with the elastics. So once again, I've never done tie-dye before. My wife Amanda, she's done it in summer camp a long time ago. But so we have the swirl one, we have the bullseye, the spider, and then the rings. We'll see how they turn out. We're basically gonna just dye them with the pre-made dyes here. And you know, dyes come in all kinds of forms. Sometimes they come in powder, you have to mix them. These ones are already pre-made. And like I said, we got these at Goodwill. They were used, but for our purpose, they should work out just fine.
So just one thing to add before we get started. When you're talking about your color selection, there's one thing that you want to keep in mind is some colors go together and some don't. So for instance, orange next to a yellow is going to make a really awesome sort of blend in the middle, but an orange next to a purple is going to blend to be brown. So you always want to go sort of in your rainbow. So you'd put a blue next to a purple or a green next to a blue. These would bleed really well together, but avoid mixing like those two colors. These two will give you brown, these two will give you brown. You know, a blue and a darker color is maybe not gonna go so well. Just kind of keep in mind how they're gonna mix together in between.
Okay, so the colors I decided to choose for the first one, which was the spiral, was an ocean blue, a black, and a yellow. So I'm going to put the gloves on. I'm going to shake them up really well, and then I'm just going to put colors in each quarter. So now that I have this all dyed, I think it looks pretty cool. We're just gonna put it in this shopping bag, and we're gonna let it dry for about 24 hours.
Not dry.
Not dry?
You want it to stay moist.
Stay moist, but we're just gonna let it soak in, and the ink or the dye absorb, basically, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so on this next bonsai, we're gonna be doing a rainbow. Okay, so this one here is the spider swirl. We're going to be using this orange color. This is what color is this? Pinkish color, and then a dentum blue. I'm going to have Amanda come to the side, and we can do this one together, I think. So that was interesting. A lot harder to see the lines, but I do think it's going to turn out pretty good. Okay, and for the last one is the, I got a little dye in my hand still. Last one here is the mask. So I think we're going to do two colors. It's purple, and is it just a different purple?
Yep, grape and plum.
Okay, so the base is going to be one color, and I think the rings are going to be another. Okay, so currently we just have the shirts in a bag on top of our fridge. We're gonna let them sit for about 24 hours and then we'll continue with the process.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so we have the first one here. This one is a swirl? No, what's this one called?
Swirl.
Swirl. Okay, so we're just taking out the bag. Step on the bag so it doesn't go away. I'm just gonna remove the elastics. I guess you have a knife or scissors, but I'm just gonna pop them off real quick. Okay, let's see those. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is fantastic.
That looks awesome.
So this is my first attempt. Very satisfied, very satisfying. So that, once again, is the swirl, is that right?
Swirl,
I don't know why I think it's something else. Yeah, cool. So this needs to be hung to dry still. And then after it's dry, you can lock them in the dry, or you can put them in the dryer. That'll lock the color in more permanently. But definitely cool for a first one. Let's check out the next one.
Okay, shirt number 2 is the kitten rainbow shirt. So let's see how this guy turned out.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see.
I'm gonna cut the elastics off this one though. This one feels really damp.
Yeah, the other one still felt pretty damp. I think they need to dry, but
I don't know if it's going to be as white as yours. I think I got way more
I don't know.
color on it. Oh man!
Yeah, awesome. Really awesome.
That's super cool. The back looks way better actually if you're looking at the back.
Yeah, it's got that bonsai going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, when you flip it around here, it does affect the imagery a little bit, but I mean, it's still awesome. The kittens are just poking their heads out of the middle. Very cool.
Really cool.
Okay, so what was this one called? The
Spider swirl.
spider swirl? Mm-hmm. Okay. So this was my Deftone shirt. I don't wear anymore, but Amanda's gonna start wearing it. I think she's gonna. Oh, we'll have to get that. Okay, so here's the front. Wow, really good colors. It's definitely a lot more blotchy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's the point of this one.
That's super cool.
Looks really cool. I wasn't sure how the back.
Yeah, looks
Wow.
awesome.
I wasn't really sure how I thought it would look with this colored in, but it looks really awesome. Like that turned out great. Okay, so here's the first face mask. Now we did do a few more. Amanda's gonna show you what they look like. We just didn't film them.
This is a different kind of material. It's like a polyester or something. So I don't know how well the ink's gonna take, but we're excited to see regardless.
I can already see the darker purple spots because these are just two different purples, right?
Yep. It's neat looking.
Yeah.
There's no
I don't mind it.
white left just from the ink just setting in with this type of material, but it's kind of cute.
That's cool.
Oh, it's the best one.
Yeah, it's actually got a cool design through it. All right, pretty good. I've never tie-dyed before. It was a lot of fun. You know, we did that on a day off. Me and my wife just hung out and did some tie-dyeing. Definitely enjoyed it. It took about 20 minutes after we get everything set up to actually tie-dye everything. That was okay. We had to let it sit for 24 hours. This morning we cut and pulled off all the elastic bands to reveal the actual shirts and designs. Personally, I thought the swirl was great. But let me know in the comments what you thought was the best one. So other than that, what we're doing, we're letting them hang on the clothesline outside for about 4 hours or until they feel dry. Then we're gonna put them in the laundry or like the clothes dryer for I think another 20 minutes just to lock them in so the color stays in. After that, the first time you do wash these things, you either wanna hand wash them or if you're gonna throw them in the wash machine, make sure you put it in with dark clothing so that it doesn't ruin anything. I think after you wash it the first time, the color should be staying in there. You're not gonna have to worry about that every time. But the first time, you're definitely gonna wanna be careful so it doesn't ruin some of your other clothing. Other than that, guys, if you like videos like this, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Till next time, guys, take care, stay safe. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.